Hello and welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. Since the beginning, planet Earth has been continuously evolving, from our continents to our oceans to our natural resources, which includes air, mineral, plants, soil, water, and wildlife. Although the continued human population growth has led to unsustainable rates of consumption of Earth's natural resources, increase of pollution, and solid waste. Because of this, the U.S. government implemented conservation and preservation programs that protects our wilderness, natural resources, and wildlife. In 2007, Cox Enterprises launched Cox Conserves Initiative, supported through the efforts of Cox employees, volunteers, and partners. Take a look.
Cox Conserves is our corporate initiative started more than 20 years ago to make sure that our employees and our communities understand that our company is committed to some pretty ambitious goals: to be carbon and water neutral by 2044 and to be zero waste to landfill by 2024. We think those are very important goals for us as a company and as an environmental steward and as part of a larger corporate environment, and we're committed to that. Cox Conserves is the umbrella that helps us do that and helps us communicate that to our stakeholders, our employees, and our communities.
Partners like Cox Communications are one of the ones that is really embracing moving conservation forward and sustainability, not only for our natural environment, but also for our species, the human species. And one of the great things about having Cox as a partner is they're one of the organizations that makes it possible for us to send over 1,000 youth through our STEM education program every year, exposing them to the amazing opportunities that come through science and learning.
It really goes back to who we are as a company. Governor Cox founded this company and left it in his will that we were supposed to take care of the communities that we serve. We do that in a lot of different ways, but one way through Cox Conserves is through our sustainability efforts. We want to be good corporate citizens. We want to be good stewards of the environment. We want to take care of the communities where we all live and work and do business, and Cox Conserves is a great way for us to do that. Our employees are great because they really buy into what we're trying to do with Cox Conserves. They get out a lot in our communities, do a lot of environmental projects, not only just around Earth Day or America Recycles Day, but throughout the year. We do river cleanups, park cleanups, anything we can do to engage our employees to show, hey, this is important to us, it's important to our communities. And if you work here at Cox, you really understand that giving back to your community is a very important thing. Cox Conserves is one small part of that, but it has a really big impact. The Cox Conserves Hero is another really cool initiative where we look for local people in several of our markets across the country who are doing the hard grassroots effort of sustainability every day and maybe don't get the kind of exposure or the celebration that they should. So Cox Conserves Heroes shines a light on those folks who are working every day in their communities to clean things up, to make for a better environment and a better community. And among the 8 regional winners, one is chosen as the overall Cox Conserves winner. Our local winners all get $10,000 to be donated to the charity of their choice in the sustainability space, and our national winner gets $50,000 to donate. So we're really making a serious commitment to conservation through the Cox Conserves Hero platform.
Through Cox's support of our STEM education programs and Cox Conserves, we've been able to bring great credibility to a lot of our programs. When we go out to other partners like the Thunderbird Charities, APS, and we let them know that Cox is one of our supporters, it really provides us with a great introduction to be able to grow the programs even more.
We know that to reach our sustainability goals for our company and for our communities, it's going to take 1 million tiny decisions by each of us every single day. So we're asking our employees, as part of our Cox Conserves Council here in the Southwest region, to just make one decision at a time, because we know that if our 5,000 employees in the Southwest region each make one decision, that has a big ripple effect. If all of our employees across the country inspire all of the people in our communities to just make one small decision, it can have a big ripple effect down the line.
The path to reaching these goals begins with a simple philosophy that actions, not words, define success. Cox Conserves is committed to a more sustainable future and has put this commitment into action. Everyone at Cox plays a role. That's why the company made it a priority to inspire and engage its employees through constant research for new sustainable technologies and programs that help create environmental solutions. We'll be back with more on Doing More right after this. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at the McDowell Sonoran Preserve enjoying 30,000 acres of pristine Sonoran desert and celebrating Cox Conserves. In the past decade, Cox Conserves and its affiliated foundations have invested more than $100 million in sustainability and conservation through operations projects and grants to environmental nonprofits. In addition, Cox Enterprise and the Trust for Public Land developed the Cox Conserves Heroes Award Program, a program that honors the unsung heroes in our communities, as well as supporting our local organizations that are improving our environment. Now let's hear from Diana Christopoulos from Virginia, the 2019 National Cox Conserves Hero winner. Take a look.
When Diana came to the Roanoke Valley, she immediately made a splash with all kinds of environmental causes, carbon footprint reduction and global warming issues and the Appalachian Trail.
I nominated her because she's been the leader of the environmental movement in Western Virginia for the 15 years that she's lived here. She's out on the Appalachian Trail every weekend and probably in between. She's got so much energy. She's just amazing, and then smart.
The protection of the views and the wildlife and the trail and the communities around them, to me, is a worthy thing to do. So I'm really happy to be able to win something, doing something I do for free and would always do for free, and now be able to give back.
The Appalachian Trail is an iconic international destination for outdoor recreation. And so preserving that through community-based conservation initiatives like the one Diana leads is key to making sure that the AT is a viable resource for everybody going forward.
Virginia has over 500 miles of the entire Appalachian Trail, about a fourth of the whole trail. And we are working, we volunteers and staff, with a lot of groups, including land trusts, to put conservation easements and other protections to purchase lands around the Appalachian Trail in communities that are threatened by various types of development to protect those lands forever, for the future.
Yeah, I think Diana is a visionary. I mean, she has an incredibly positive attitude in the face of big problems, and just a can-do spirit, and she's always looking for a solution.
The people come here for the Triple Crown on the Appalachian Trail, which is Dragon's Tooth, Tinker Cliffs, and McAfee's Knob, which is probably the most photographed view on the entire Appalachian Trail. So we want to really protect this backdrop to our daily lives while we still can.
It's a national treasure, this section of the Appalachian Trail. We see people in the parking lot with license plates from like 30, 40 states sometimes. I think one person can absolutely make an impact on the world, especially if they have the kind of determination and the skills that Diana has to bring other people together and inspire others to really rally around a cause.
I'd say it's absolutely possible for one person to make a difference, especially in what we do. Ever since I met Diana, it's been wonderful to have her to look up to as another woman in conservation. She's a role model. I do want to be her when I grow up and be as accomplished as she is.
The dream that Benton MacKaye had in the early 1920s when he came up with the idea of the Appalachian Trail is that we need a refuge from urban life. Is wonderful in a lot of ways, but at the same time, we still need to be able to go back to nature and get the peace and comfort that we find there. And so if we don't do something now, particularly on the East Coast, then we will lose it. And once we lose it, it's gone.
To date, the National Cox Conserves Heroes program has donated $990,000 to environmental nonprofits and honored more than 200 volunteers. Part of the Cox Enterprises National Cox Conserve Sustainability Program, Cox Conserves Heroes awarded volunteers from Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Virginia, and Washington. We had a chance to visit Rhode Island's mentoring program, where youth are being guided into a successful and fulfilling future. Take a look.
I'm Joanne Schofield. I'm the president and CEO of Mentor Rhode Island. Mentor Rhode Island is a statewide agency where we run several school-based mentoring programs, but we also offer support to a network of over 60 mentoring programs in the state. Mentor Rhode Island started over 30 years ago as a subcommittee of the Central Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, really doing a lot of workforce development work. Kids were coming out of school and they didn't have the soft skills that they needed. They weren't on time, they didn't know how to make eye contact, shake hands, and really bring the skills that they needed to the workplace. We started a mentoring program with just 10 kids in one Warwick Elementary School and 10 mentors from MetLife, and it's really just blossomed into a statewide network now where we have over 5,000 kids.
My name is Zachary Champlin, and I got started with mentoring in 5th grade. I actually asked for a mentor and wanted to try out the program. I kind of pushed it with my administrators at the time, and I got a mentor after a few months named Ed. He is my family. He legit has been there for me through a lot of dark times, and my family likes him. My family actually loves him. You know, he's pretty much my main father figure that I use and help my confidence and all that.
Well, my name's Doug Schobel. I've been involved with the program for about 20 years now and love it. I mean, the kids are awesome, the directors, the CEO, Joe, who you've met, just everyone's fantastic. I think we all need a mentor. You know, no matter what walk of life you're in, what business, you know, I have business mentors, I have mentors in different parts of my life, and I think mentor is just a support, a friend, an unconditional person off of whom you bounce things.
People ask me what type of person would make a great mentor, and basically anybody who really likes kids and wants to make a difference. Many times people are a little bit afraid of the commitment of becoming a mentor, but it's only an hour a week. You eat lunch every day, so why not eat lunch with a young person in a local school? We could refer you to a program that's maybe more accessible on weekends or after work. We can really work with your schedule to make sure that you have an opportunity to make a difference for a young person.
I travel, I have 3 kids, I used to coach, so I have a busy schedule, but you pick an hour that works for you. There are a lot of different opportunities that can fit in your life very easily. I'm excited to introduce my mentee to you. This is Manus. Manus is the man. I think you'll see him on Sundays one day, whether it be in the NBA, the NFL. He could be a NASA scientist. Dude is so smart. He's got the world at his fingers.
I would say for anybody who wants a mentor, to go for it.
I would say that having a mentor is a good thing. You can make new friends from mentoring.
If you're thinking about doing it, absolutely do it. If you haven't thought about doing it, you do it too, because it's that easy and it's that important.
The mission of Mentor Rhode Island is to ensure that youth are connected to supportive relationships, helping them grow into successful adults. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More, where we shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. We're here at the McDowell Sonoran Preserve, surrounded by nature trails, local birds, and native history. The McDowell Sonoran Conservancy is always seeking support. If you'd like to become a volunteer, partner, or sponsor, just go to mcdowellsonoran.org/support for more information. We also had the honor of visiting Louisiana and California's Cox Conserves Heroes. Take a look.
What got me first excited about this was visiting New York, and when I saw that Central Park was only 750 acres, and I thought about a community the size of Lafayette preserving 100 acres, and you know the impact that it can have, and that, you know, were we not to do this, once it's gone and it's developed into something else, we'll never get this opportunity again. And so this opportunity only came once, and it was something that I felt like and the board felt like, and thankfully the leadership at UL and at the city saw this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something great. It's one of the few things that you do where you create something that a grandfather and a daughter and a granddaughter can go out and enjoy any day of the week, any time of the year. It's something that people can use as a respite to deal with day-to-day life and to make their lives better.
It would be fabulous to win the award. We would be able to elevate the issue of urban runoff and pollution of the ocean to a national stage. We will also be able to expand all of our projects to other watersheds, not just the Aliso watershed, and help other communities accomplish the same thing. $50,000 would enable us to do tremendous things and go far beyond what we've accomplished even now. We would be able to elevate our campaign of zero liquid discharge to the ocean so that when people go to the beach, they're safe. When their children play along the shore, they're safe. This is an incredibly important campaign for all of us in the United States to accomplish and around the world.
What a great example of Cox Conserves Heroes doing more. We also traveled to the Boys and Girls Club where the youth put together Kano computer kits. Take a look.
Today we are happy to have this amazing opportunity with Boys and Girls Club of Metro Phoenix along with Cox Communications. They have actually come out with about 20 volunteers today at our Cartwright School site, and they are providing a computer build with our students and members of the Cartwright School District. We have Palm Lane and Cartwright that have joined together along with the volunteers, as we mentioned, and they have computer kits that they're unboxing and putting together these brand new computers, fully functional, fully operational, and just a great opportunity in terms of not only are we doing things on a day-to-day basis when we're just on the computer surfing the web or we're just gaming. The kids and our students are actually having an opportunity to create this piece by piece and something that they'll be able to continue to use as we go further. The kids are jumping on it like it's no problem. They're going through their little book, they're following details. The volunteers are doing a great job pointing out and giving them the right direction as far as what they need to do to put them together. So basically every piece from the keyboard to the screen, it's all there in a small kit, and they are just having an absolute blast putting it together, and it's really fun to watch them actually complete this project. They're working together as members and students. Again, they're working with their volunteers to put these computers together, and again, just to be able to see the smile on their face and see how excited they are to put these things together and see what the finished product looks like, it's very rewarding, I'm sure, on multiple levels. How many kids can actually say, I'm building a computer, or I know how to put a computer together? You can't always say that all the time. I'm an adult, I can't say that I know how to put a computer together, but to see them actually putting these computers together, working in teams, working in groups, and working collectively is so cool to see the teamwork and the team building that's going into this project today. Again, a huge thanks to Cox Communications for allowing us and giving us this opportunity to present these to the kids of our community.
Everyone on, we're so excited to be continuing our partnership with Cox Communications. For over 6 years now, we've been working very closely across the country to ensure that people, especially low-income communities, have access to affordable internet service. And so through Connect to Compete, in partnership with Cox, we've been able to bring this low-cost product to communities across the country. Thousands of families have been connected thanks to the investment that Cox is making to ensure we're bridging the digital divide. And today was, I think, a highlight, given that we're going beyond the connectivity solution and making sure that we're bringing actual tech skills trainings to young people who are also probably beneficiaries from Connect to Compete. So we're addressing the three legs of the stools of the digital inclusion issue, which is connectivity, devices, and training.
Such an amazing story of empowerment and success. We'll be back with more on Doing More right after this. Welcome back to Doing More, where we've been celebrating our Cox Conserves Heroes, heroes that are preserving and enhancing the shared outdoor spaces in our communities. We also traveled to New England to visit a foundation that's making an impact on our youth. Here's more.
Hello, my great guys. I love you guys. My name is Alan Sean Feinstein, and I'm the founder of the Feinstein Foundation. Feinstein Foundation was established to make youngsters feel they were special and make them do things to reach out to help other people. Had made a great deal of money in the business world. I started a financial newsletter, and the fact that I was an international columnist gave me quite a bit of heft. But I really wanted to do something for children. So I decided to establish the Feinstein Foundation, put money into it, and reach out to as many schools and youngsters as I possibly could. Feinstein Leadership Schools, I think there are 176 now, and they're schools that really pledge to make junior scholars, to encourage their youngsters to reach out and do good deeds for others. We supply them with journals for their youngsters to keep their good deeds in, and at the back of the journal is a very special junior scholar card that has on it many places that they and their guests can go absolutely free. We ask them to hold on to one of their junior scholar cards because when they apply to college, and they get a leg up on our scholarship money.
Math was always my strong suit and I enjoyed it, so I just wanted to help fellow students, and I did that for a few years in high school. So one of the high school guidance counselors came to me about the Louis Feinstein Memorial Scholarship, and it was for people who were doing some kind of public service, which I was doing the tutoring, and people who were going into the public service field. So I was going to be an educator, and I always tell my students that when Mr. Feinstein comes to visit, that it's because of him that I am able to do what I can do. The values that are taught through this program, I believe, are vitally important. We're shaping our future, and if kids don't learn how important it is to help other people, the world is not going to be a better place, and we want to make the world a better place one good deed at a time.
This is our treasure, the children that we're going to leave behind us, and I have been privileged to play such a role in their young lives. See you later, alligator! Every time you do something that makes somebody smile, you make the world a better place, and that makes you a very special person.
I want to thank the McDowell Sonoran Conservancy, Cox Enterprise, and Cox Conserves Heroes for inviting us to this beautiful preserve today. Imagine what would happen if we worked together on things that really matter. What if we reduce, reuse, and recycle? Just imagine the positive environmental change we can create in our communities. Just imagine how we can change our lives and our environment forever. I'm Erica Cardenas. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.